And there's a chopper foul. And for the 7th consecutive batter, Carson LIETZ will work from ahead of them at 0-1 as the first pitch to a hitter all night long. And it's 2-0. LIETZ had gone 11 consecutive batters going 0-1 or better. Foul back to the screen, and LIETZ 8 straight ahead of him, 0-2. And there's a ground ball to Lustig. He flips the second over to first. They got him. How about the 6-4-3 double play? Lustig to Cunningham to Jacobs, and there's 2 outs in the blink of an eye. Turned it, and LIETZ drives that through the middle. 1 run is in, around first and on his way to score. And is he in or out? He's out. Alex, pitch. That ball is lifted deep, back, and gone! A 3-run bomb! I'm sorry, a grand slam! That is a grand slam home run by Chase McBrearty. And that is laced into left field. That's fair ball. And another Commodore run will score. And that's the second double of the game for Aiden McMahon. And it's 8-0. The 2-2. And the Gallie Commodores have won it 10-0 over the Harmony Longhorns. They move to 10 wins this season, 10-3. And Gallie with an impressive performance here tonight. Our co-players of the game. Obviously, you got to have Chase McBrearty, but Carson LIETZ with a great job tonight as well. Hey everybody, Alan Slaughterzinski for the Brevard Sports Network, and I'm here with my my card student athlete player of the game tonight, Carson LIETZ. Listen how efficient you are. I don't know if you know any of this. First of all, of the 17 batters you faced, 13 first pitch strikes. That is, and 11 of them were from the start of the game until the third, until you faced your 11th batter. Tell me how important or how much you think about throwing a first pitch strike.
Well, that's the best way to start in that bat. First pitch strike is the best way to start it.
What about, like, if I said to you, like, I once had a conversation with a former major league pitcher, and I asked him what the 3 important things were to him. He told me changing speeds, pitch location, and first pitch strikes. If I asked you that same quick question, do you have anything outside of that, or tell me what your philosophy to being on the mound is?
Really, just first pitch strike, throwing as hard as I can right down the middle. Everything I throw, I try to throw as hard as possible. And yeah, just changing speed is a big one too.
Yep. You told me the changeup was going to work well for you tonight. It certainly did that. I mean, that's an outstanding hitting team. I mean, you're not going to strike them all out, but you got such a good defense behind you this year. This is a team that's only committed 14 errors. They got the double play tonight. You saw the play by the second baseman at the end. Talk a little bit about the confidence that gives you knowing what you have behind you.
Oh, it gives me all the confidence in the world. I can throw. I feel like I can just pound the zone. I don't have to worry about. I feel like I don't have to worry about having to throw in a certain spot. I feel like I can just throw it close to the middle and allow them just to do the work for me.
You're also doing. Listen, man, a lot of pitchers these days are specialty pitchers in that they don't bat or they're DH, but you're swinging the stick well. How important is it for you to be able to get up to that plate and hit the ball?
It's very important because last year I struggled a lot, and
you didn't want to go down like that, did you?
No, this fall I really was. I was mainly focused on hitting. I was in the lab every single week, every single day, and I I just had to. I felt like I had to prove something hitting wise.
You know, I've done a lot of games here, a lot of interviews here. I love the camaraderie of the team behind me. I love how they're playing around, having a good time. 6 in a row now for this team. Talk a little bit about the expectations for this team. You've been on some really good ones. You guys didn't make the state tournament last year, so kind of where are you guys this year?
I feel like we have a good shot of being better than my freshman year.
Yeah.
Because we got a lot more arms than we did, everyone's starting to hit now, and it's starting to show that I think this team could be better than my freshman year.
Absolutely love it. Carson LIETZ is our player of the game tonight, and he did an outstanding job. And there you see his highlights on the screen. We'll be right back. Somebody grab Chase McBrearty too. We'll be right back with Chase McBrearty and ask him about the big Grand Slam. For Carson LIETZ, I'm Alan Slaughter-Zinski for the Brevard Sports Network. Hey, I'm here with the X-Man, XAVIER LHERISSE, dropping in. X, first of all, I know we don't talk about injuries, but how you feeling, man?
Oh, I'm feeling good, just messed up my shoulder a little bit. Working on it. Coach Houston, Coach Collins doing a great job. Going to be right back out there.
All right, listen, I got to ask you. I mean, this is baseball related, but I wanted to congratulate you on your commitment to Oregon. Let me ask you this. Now that you've made your commitment, I know the type of guy you are, and moving forward, it's got to be a big relief to you. But let me ask you this: how much fun was the recruiting process? What advice do you have? How much fun was all of this?
Thank you first of all, but it's crazy. It's wild. Like all these coaches coming up and saying stuff to you. Really, just keep your head down and keep working. Just keep going. Like the coach is gonna tell you what you need to hear. They just gonna do what's best for you. So
you got to sort that out, though.
Yeah, it's tough. With all these coaches coming at you at once. It's definitely a lot, but just keep your head down, keep working. It's going to come one day. If it's not now, keep working. It's going to come eventually.
X, I'm seeing so many great plays. I saw another player today, a young stud, young man coming up. He's got NFL bloodline in him. The Commodores next year are going to be a power to deal with. Talk about that.
We got a lot. People think we lost a lot, but we're also getting so much, and, we're just working real hard. We got a great coaching staff, great players, super young. We finna go out there and show y'all. People doubting us, we gonna show y'all. I'm
telling you, but they might go undefeated again next year. That's good. They want that ring. That's gonna be fun. Come on back, Miami. Right. All right, one more time. How good was those Jimmy Hula tacos?
Oh boy, I ate about 6 of them. Oh my goodness, too good.
All right, XAVIER LHERISSE, the X-Man. Thank you so much. Right here, going to Oregon. Buddy Alan Slaughter-Zinski for the Brevard Sports Network. I'm going to publicly apologize to this young man right now, and he's going to know why here in a second. So he's watching the replay of his Grand Slam home run. But I want you to hear the idiot announcer. Here you go. The pitch. That ball is lifted deep. Back, and gone! A 3-run bomb! I'm sorry, a grand slam. That is a grand slam home run by Chase McBrearty. All right, now that he has had the opportunity to hear me call his grand salami a 3-run jack to start, I apologize, young man. But listen, what are you thinking up there, man? I mean, because you absolutely drilled that one. I know you've been frustrated at times this year at the plate. Talk about that at bat and what it means to you.
It's definitely flipped the switch big time. Especially in my hitting game. Yeah. I didn't think I was gonna be a big hitter this year, but it didn't start off that way. But it's definitely going that way now. Plenty
of baseball left to go, and when you put one like that over that wall, that feels good. And you drive in 4 runs. All right, I listen. Then you get your first 4 RBIs of the year, too, tonight. That always feels good. Let's talk about this team a little bit. I mean, if you look at this team and what you guys have been able to do just this week alone, right? I mean, 6 wins in a row, 4 this week. You've now outscored opponents 63-13 in those 6 wins. Tell me about this team.
It's definitely a smaller team than what we've had, but I think we've all, come together as a team and collaborated real well. We all see eye to eye. No matter what happens, if we're down, if we're up, we're always picking each other up left and right. it's definitely a lot different than a lot of the teams that I've been on, and it's definitely a plus for us.
Well, I was certainly proud of you tonight, man, watching you pop that thing out of here, and have fun up at Vieira next week in the spring tournament, and good luck to you. So you're a senior, so you're going to be graduating in a couple of months. What are you looking forward to the most? And I'm not talking about baseball. I'm talking about just in general down the stretch.
Just having fun, honestly, having a clear mind, knowing that I have a position to go play college in baseball is definitely.
Where are you committed again?
Florida Tech.
That's right.
It's definitely good for me to clear my mind and just have a good time.
Why was it Florida Tech for you? Why was that the school you wanted to go to?
I've always wanted to be a pilot ever since I was young, and that's just the school that reached out, and I've been in contact with them ever since I got into high school. So it's been.
What are you going to study over there?
Aviation management with flight.
That is incredible. And you got, listen, man, you got to have a lot of brains to be able to attend and play sports over. This guy does, man. How's the GPA doing? Good?
Oh, yeah. A lot better.
There you go. All right, my man.
Thank you.
Chase McBrearty with the Grand Slam. Right back with Bobby Collins. Hey, everybody. Alan Slaughterzinski for the Brevard Sports Network. And I'm here with my favorite guy, man, in baseball in this county, Bobby Collins. And, Coach, man, 6 in a row, 4 this week. Guys are thumping the ball, outscored team 63-13 over that stretch. What turned on for this team?
I think we stopped swinging at bad pitches. Yeah. We actually started swinging at good pitches and being aggressive and going after the first fastball they see. And I think they just started having a little bit more confidence,
Carson tonight, and listen, you and I have talked ad nauseum about Carson and what he's capable of and what he does out there on the bump. But he did something tonight I've not seen in high school baseball. At least if I have, I didn't track it. 11 straight to start the game, first pitch strikes. It's extremely difficult to do. And I always stress to kids when I talk pitching with kids, first pitch strikes, change speeds, and location. And if you can do those 3 things, you're going to be successful. But you got to throw the first one over more times than not. Talk about that.
Yeah, first thing about Carson is he's matured so much from a year ago to this year, from 2 years ago extremely to this year, and he just pitches the next pitch. He don't look at the umpire anymore. Right. If a bad call is being, he don't care. He just grabs the ball and pitches the next pitch. But the difference is he realizes if he pounds his zone with the stuff he has, he now can keep his pitch count down and finish a game, right? Because now he can throw his off speed, which is really good. His changeup's amazing, right? And he can't throw that if he keeps falling behind the count all the time. So he understands. Houston's been with him the whole time, explaining, hey, man, we're going to pound the zone. First 2 out of 3 are going to be strikes. And after that, let the chips fall where they fall, But he just says, I'm going to pound the zone, and Houston got him mindset of thinking the same way. We're just going to pound the zone. If they hit you, they're hitting your best stuff, and stop nibbling around the dish.
Coach, it really looks like you're having a good time with this group this year. I mean, drive you crazy at times, obviously, but these guys really seem to have some camaraderie. Even when I'm interviewing them, I've never seen them come up from behind, goofing off, and I love that stuff. I encourage that stuff. It's great stuff. It seems like a good bunch, loose of guys, but they want to play some baseball. Tell me about this squad.
Yeah, early on, we've always said it. Like, Ryan and I talk. We're like, man, these are a good bunch of kids. Right. But we're not playing really well. So do we want to trade off and try to get some play well and not be great kids? But we're like, you know what? It'll come. They are. We're behind the 8 ball against good pitching when we faced early. Meriden had good pitchers, and good pitching usually beats hitting early, no doubt about it. And at the end, if it's really good pitching, it beats you anyway. But they learned how to put the ball in play and not get punched out. I think we got punched out 10 times the first game, 12 times the second game we played, and it's like this is not how we play baseball. We put the ball in play. We don't get punched out over and over and over. And so they changed their demeanor a little bit. We bunted a lot in practice, and we did a lot of other stuff in practice. And they started realizing how to track a ball makes people happy. Yep. So, I guess it's kind of one of those things. Happy wife, happy house, whatever, but happy coaches, happy players after a while.
Yes. Get the bunt down. I'll tell you, I was today when I was doing the research on the game, when I looked back when I did the second Merritt Island game that you guys won in extra innings, I was like 243 was the team bat. I was up to 285. So you guys are putting a good stroke on the ball. Coach, I'm impressed with that's a good baseball team you beat tonight. 12-2, 24th ranked in the state.
Defense-wise, though, Alan, it really helped us keep us in the game. We got good pitching. We pound the zone a lot, but the defense, we've turned more double plays, I think, in the first 3 games we played. We made all last year. Yeah. So they're turning double plays confident-wise, helping pitchers get out of tough situations. And then pitchers know, man, I'm never in a bad spot. I just got to get me a ground ball, and we're out. And
70 fielding percent.
yeah, I mean, that's pretty good for us. I mean, we've been pretty solid, but this year's been really they understand the game. They back the pitch. But I think also because the pitchers pound the zone, they don't go to sleep. Yep. You know, walk after walk after walk after walk puts them on their heels a little bit. But these guys actually come, they laugh, they talk the whole time during the game because they're in it, you know. And, yeah, it's a neat group that way for sure.
Yeah, that middle infield tonight, you know, the nice turn. Lustig, Connor play.
Right. I mean, he had to go to his back, to his left side, and come across the ball, and that would have changed the first inning. Yep. And we shut the inning down when it could have been 1-0 them.
And then Cunningham in, I know you're right. The defense has been absolutely fun to watch and very, very good this year. In fact, I noted in my notes, only 14 errors all season. It's incredible to watch. Coach, congratulations, man, on winning 10. Coach, we're not done here. I mean, we're done with the interview, but we're not done with. I'll be back before the season's over. Yeah, no, it is.
I think they were 24th in the state, right? Yeah. And we were talking earlier. They got a tough region. I mean, that's going to be big boy baseball there. And
7A.
Yeah, so I'm saying they're big boy baseball going that way, and then all the way through the region to the states. But they, we played in preseason, and they always got good players.
They tied, right?
Yes, and they can play, you know. And it was like, okay, we came in here, we had CARSON on the mound, and we thought we had a chance, and just one of those things. We swung the bat.
Listen, sometimes, you played it right this week. You did. The way you set this up this week, looking at your schedule, you did. You absolutely did. And that takes, I'm going to give you credit for that, Coach. You deserve that credit. You saved your best arm.
Yeah, but you know what? They had to pull out some games that we didn't have those arms, right? And the pitchers that we did put out there pounded the zone and gave us a chance. Seriously, because otherwise we got to outscore those guys. And they did what they were supposed to do. So it fell the right way.
Manager Bobby Collins talking about a very good Gallie team. And I've seen just about everybody, except I haven't seen Rockledge yet, and I am extremely, extremely impressed with what I saw here tonight. For Bobby Collins, I'm Alan Slaughter-Zinski for the Brevard Sports Network.